Right.
before that happened, right? I'd have to sit down and say, all right, well,
For
what
sure.
the fuck am I talking about? So when I get an answer to that, then yeah. But yeah, that's
I
definitely
mean,
a
I know that you don't want
possibility.
to jump right back in, and I know. See, like Joel is your man's. I know that, and I know you don't want to come back to music with a response just because of that.
Well,
Exactly.
I wouldn't do that.
Exactly.
I wouldn't
Because
I wouldn't do that at
I
all. But
love you, Joel, Royce, Crook. I love it. Like even before Slaughterhouse was a thing, you know, like Nino Bless. Like nobody knew that. Like I've been here for the long
yeah,
run, but I wouldn't want you to do that shit, man.
I wouldn't do it
I
either.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was about to say I appreciate some positivity from one of the Slaughterhouse fans.
For
I do
sure.
appreciate that
Yeah, you
during
know
a
like
week like
even when
this.
y'all first went on tour, I I was at the House of Blues, and then I tried to get you to sign a CD because I had copped the CD, but as soon as the show was over, you dipped off. I ain't mad at it, you know. I ain't mad. Typical Cho. And so then, like I said, like I had all of them sign. I had all of them sign the first Slaughterhouse album, and then I doubled back and I came to your show when you came here, like I said, and then I had you sign it, man. Yeah.
See, all right, there we go. There we go. I was about to say if we come to Cleveland on tour and you come out, I'll sign the
Uh,
shit. But I signed it
Yo,
already. So
even if you
awesome.
still come back out here, like whatever the case is, you know.
Here's a question I got for you, man.
Of
Do
course,
you have a license?
of course. I just pulled up to
All
my
right.
home.
All right. The way you was driving, looking out the window, it looked a little sporadic. I
No,
didn't know
I
what was
was at
going on, but
intersections and
okay.
stuff, man.
All right. All right. Well, I
You already,
appreciate the
man.
call, man. Thank you.
Yep.
One. Do, 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 do. Hey. All right, man. You guys gonna find a way to keep having these Slaughterhouse conversations, aren't you? And I'm gonna keep avoiding all of them today. Today's about peace. All right, let me see what's happening. Who we got up in this piece? Yo, it's mad of you niggas in here, yo. Oh, it's not showing me no more. All right, the little thingamajiggy is not working. Yo, Philly, why you being such a horn dog, yo? Oh, there go my nigga QUEENZFLIP. I hear him. See what the fuck Flip is doing over there. Flip, the fuck
So,
is going on, Flip?
first of all, hello. How are you?
I could not be better. How
I'm
are you
fine, but I
doing?
also have an issue with you myself. Me. Yeah, I knew you since I was a
With
child. I
me?
keep always saying that. About 14, 15 years old.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and the fact
Mm-hmm.
remains that you gave me your word on something. I was supposed to do something, give you a hug. You gave me your word. You said, after I'm done October, and I didn't hear from you. Now we're in March the next year. I have a problem with that. You never gave me your word and not did anything that you gave me your word. I even watched you as a kid when we were shooting the you know what happened with you and Stack, and they changed. You gave your word and you came through. This
Hey.
is the first time, and I don't feel good about it. I don't feel good.
It's making
Yeah,
you
because
look at me in a little negative
I
light.
watch you scenario, Bino. I
don't like
watch
that.
you make it happen when you gave your word, even though you took your time. But you always say the same thing. If I give my word, I do. It takes me and your skit is supposed to already be done, Joe.
Yo, but you know, I told you, I'm not a a skitty type of. I'm not a skitty nigga. Like, I see your business model. It's, hey, run up in the studio, run up over here,
I
smack
didn't
a
say,
sandwich out a nigga hand, smack a drink out somebody's hand. DC Young Fly almost fucked like,
but
you
I didn't
got
want to do
wild
that
shit
with you.
going
You
on.
you
You
don't
got
you
wild
don't
shit
want to
going
you
on.
don't want to you don't want to battle. You don't want to battle me, even though you have bars. See, you don't want
No,
exactly. I just wanted
I don't want to
a
battle.
hug.
Yeah, but even that sounds like it could lead to just some tussling and you my man. Like, I'm just not skitty. Yo. I don't react well to, like, I don't. But this is what I tell you. Oh no, I said I was down, but I got to talk to my crew. I had a new crew. I don't know if they got the best sense of humor. I just got to see
Your
what's going on.
I mean,
But I'm down. I gave you my
shout out
word,
to
so
the
I'm gonna do
crew,
it.
but
I gave you my
I
word.
told you as a man, as my word, I would not do anything to destroy anything. I told you this. I told you. I said I wouldn't destroy anything. It's very simple and respectful, but you're going off the consensus of my past videos. You're not allowing me to grow in your mind as a human.
Nigga, your present
No, I
videos. It's
don't
all the
attack nobody.
videos.
I don't attack
It's
anybody. I
all
don't
of them.
want to attack. I just want to. I said, Joe, I knew you for a long time. I need to skip with you, Joe. You said, Flip, I got you.
Yo, if I give you a hug and you do something stupid, I'm telling you, I'm going to hit you, and Webb is just gonna
Well,
have to
you have
break it up
I
somehow.
spoke to Webb about it. Webb asked me why you. First of all, Webb was the one. Why you ain't doing that? That's before I even found out you was following me. Webb said, "Why you ain't doing nothing with Joe? What type of?" He flipped on me. I said, I spoke. I said, let me call him. You gave me your number quick. I spoke to you. I said, I called Webb. He said he's gonna do it. He said, yeah, you family. You ain't. I'm not
I
going
am
to
gonna do it.
tackle you. I'm not going to be
Where you at
aggressive.
right now?
I just want to hug.
All right, we can hug. I'm telling you, yo. I'm gonna tell Webb too, yo. I'm telling you. And I'm not telling you like Jim Jones be telling you. Like, I'm telling you, y'all be playing and shit. Don't you hug me and try to pick me up off the
But why you have
ground
to
and
be
none of
violent?
I'm
You changed
telling
your
you,
life.
yo.
Why you have to be violent? Where is this coming from?
I,
And
I'm not.
then
I'm
I'm hearing you being
non-violent. I'm not
disrespectful.
violent.
Like, what's going on with you? Like, you really getting a little. You okay?
Where you?
Where
Wait,
Royce
look at
at? That's
Royce.
my big brother. Shout out
Wait,
to Royce.
wait. Who I'm disrespectful to? No, I gotta. Royce said
Yeah,
to add
Adam.
him. I
Oh
gotta find
Lord.
Royce. Hold
Oh.
up.
Him too. Him too.
I don't know.
He said he's not skittish as
Hold up,
well.
man.
Royce. I'm upset at him as well.
Royce, leave a comment because my little ad thing ain't working. Leave a comment so I can
But
click
don't
on
you
your
got to
name. I
just
don't
press
know how
the
to work
button
this shit.
and type his name? Stop being lazy, Joe.
Press what button? I don't know how to. Oh, let me see. Oh, okay. Oh, look. Royce. There it is. Boy, they make these phones easy to work nowadays, don't they?
Just said stop being lazy, Joe. What up?
Hey,
Yeah,
we got action.
of
Royce,
course.
you know
That's
this
my
guy,
guy.
man.
That's my guy. That's my Queens representative right there.
Royce, you also declined a
I
skit from me
gave.
as well, Royce. I've been trying to shoot a skit with you for about 3 years, Royce. You also declined one as well. You
Why
said
would
the
I want?
same thing. You said
Why
the
would I
same thing,
want?
and I just wanted to rap with you. You said I don't want to be rapping, and I had to take it. Remember?
This don't work on me. This don't work on me,
What?
Flip.
I'm not doing this. Do
Yeah,
you
cause
remember or not?
no, I remember,
You.
but I mean, come on, man. That's kind of like that's not characteristic of what
That's what you said.
He wanted to come, Joe. He wanted to come to my studio and like
Yep.
stage like a fake. Yeah, like.
And
No, I
wrestle.
didn't. No, Royce. Hold on, Royce.
Yeah,
Don't
niggas
lie.
ain't.
I said I want to battle you in a rap. That's what I said. Don't say I wanted to wrestle you. I wasn't hugging niggas then. I was
Nah,
battling.
that was the first thing you wanted to do. But yeah, the battle thing too. I didn't want to do that either, man.
Yeah, you don't want to do nothing. It's all right. Hey.
No,
Hey.
because I
Yo.
thought we were doing the video. I thought we was gonna do the interview.
What?
See, but hey, Flip, I just did this. Listen to me. See how people can support you but not be into what you're doing. Like,
but
I
okay,
love
but
flip the, I
what?
love
What?
flip
I
the
ain't
script.
skinny
I
niggas.
just don't know if I can measure up to all the decorated street legends and shit. But
yeah, hold on. This makes me my money. This makes me. Let's be careful. This makes me money. This is why I'm becoming successful and the support. So let's not downplay what I do, please. Please,
we'll
brother.
never do that. We'll never
I
do
love
I
that.
you
don't want
to
to
death. I love
downplay it.
both of you,
Nah, I'm
please.
never downplaying. You
It
going
may not be
crazy
for
out there.
either one of you, but allow me to shine.
Oh, man, I love seeing you shine.
No. I support. Yeah. How much money you getting off these fucking skits?
You know
Come
what?
on, give
I
me something,
gotta
man.
thank you real quick, Joe, and I gotta thank Royce. You see, Royce encouraged me to flip the script to another level. And then when you had that situation with Spotify, a big deal was on the table for me because of you. And I had to thank you for that, Joe. You my man.
Yo, finally a thank you
I
Is
had
that
to
the only
thank
one
you.
you?
someone.
Is that the only one you got?
Well, no, I had two deals on the table, but at the same time,
No.
with Spotify.
No, I didn't mean you,
No, he
Flip.
meant
I
thank
meant
you.
Joe. Like that. You don't.
Oh,
Flip the only
get
person
him,
who
Royce.
thanked you for that.
Oh, hell yeah. Listen, my little beefs with the companies be putting a lot of deals
It did.
on other
Shout out.
tables, a lot
I
of them.
mean, Steve.
And I find out about
Steve
them.
Rifkins. You know, I mean, I spoke to everybody over there, and when you left, they came like, okay. I was excited. Thank you.
Yeah, no.
Thank
Yeah, I
you.
like
What
that.
Joe did, and then what
I
Chappelle did was right
I
on
like
time.
that.
That shit was like right
Yeah.
in order. Boom, boom, boom. Empowered the creator.
Nah, I like that.
Joe, I wanted to get on your live because you was answering relationship questions earlier, so I had one. I was talking.
Oh, give it to me.
I was having a conversation with my son last night, and I posed the question: what's more difficult, being single or being in a relationship? But as a creator, what's more difficult? I know what my answer is. I'm just curious to see what Charles is. You can feel free to answer too, Flip.
Why don't you say yours first?
Huh?
Why don't you say yours first?
Well, no, I'll say mine first. I think as a creator, because that changes everything.
It's more difficult being single?
It's definitely being single.
Yep.
100%. No doubt about it. It's tough to get centered single. Like it's a lot of distractions. You all over the place. Then it just pulls your creative juices in a different direction. Right? That's all. But like when you're in a relationship, like a happy one, I'm talking about a good one, then yeah, it's a help. It just helps to ease the brain, keeps you focused.
I agree. I mean, I've been married. I've been married for a long time, like 14 years. I've been married, and you know, my wife, she stays out my way when it comes to my business. But when I need her, or when it's down to the, when it's crunch time, she's there to motivate me the best way she can, and it puts me in a better space, make easier decisions to do something. Even though if my mind is made up, or if I may do something else, her being there, or her seeing and knowing the grind and come up, she's able to keep me centered, even when I'm feeling myself a little bit much. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Hey, how do you know?
Well, you feeling yourself too much when you get a big check, and then somebody in the family or somebody around you talk to you, and you just looking at them like they're crazy. You don't respond the same. You can't have this conversation with me when before I would have that conversation with them. So yeah, then you start feeling yourself. You start walking your nuts.
I think we spend way too much time trying to humble ourselves.
You think so?
That shit is not as important as we make it out to be, man. It's especially not in this business. People are not working with people based off of how kind-natured they are. It's like when you're hot, the phone rings. When you stop being hot, it doesn't matter how on time you are or how cool you are. People not gonna work with you. I mean, I tell my son, be kind to others. Just do that just on some human shit. But don't do it because it's a fucking prerequisite to, like I'm good at something, so I got to make you feel okay about it too. It's like,
Can I ask you a question?
More than I am.
Can I ask you a question, Royce? And I always want, when I go back and do my research on you, because I am going to get you on the couch, flip the script, and you have some words with me. When did this change come? Because you wasn't always like this. You suffered. You had some different issues that you was going through. When did you become I guess I don't want to use the word woke because we use it loosely, but when did you become, I guess, centered with oneself to be able to teach? Because you can speak and I'll listen. If you spoke like 12, 15 years ago, probably like, oh, this guy's crazy. You know, you was rocket launches and all that crazy stuff, but you're doing good. So what I'm saying, when did you, how did this happen? How did the transition happen?
When I got sober. I got sober like almost 10 years ago, and I started going to therapy. It's just therapy. Therapy
helped you.
Huh?
You saying that therapy helped you?
Yeah, therapy. I think every black person needs therapy. Every single black person. It's not possible for you to exist as a foundational black American in America and not need therapy, even if you think you don't. We all PTSD. So there's things that we have that we're carrying around, and we need to learn how to articulate what those things are and how those things affect us. And then we all can stand to benefit a great deal just being able to do that. You know what I mean? So especially as an artist, like I'm finding myself as a man, but I'm also finding myself as an artist. I'm evolving as an artist.
And the same thing with you, Joe. I mean, people do know what you came from, but I know a little more because I was around at that time in the beginning, the transition, how things changed for you drastically.
Yeah, it was a horror.
Yeah. Things changed for you drastically. So when did you realize, like, did you ever, because you went through a lot of up and down emotions. I know personally, did you ever seek therapy, or when did you realize that you had to just change and become more of a businessman and do better? Like, what was the change for you? That's the.
I have multiple
I didn't know that.
therapists.
I didn't know you guys had that. Wow.
I have 3 and 4 therapists like there's 3 and 4 lawyers. Because you learn every therapist don't specialize in everything. Right? So there's relationship therapists, there's therapists that deal a little better with addiction. Then there's therapists that may have more like celebrity clientele, so they just have a wider view on things, and maybe their views align with where you at in life. Like there's a few of them. So, and I agree with everything Royce said. Like, people make the mistake, black people especially, of thinking that you go to therapy because something is wrong. Wrong. You go to therapy when everything is right. You go to therapy when everything's fine. You call your therapist, you just maintain a relationship, because that's what it is. It's not just, you can't treat it like a 911. Like, hey, emergency, get me out of this real quick. Right? So I think for me, when I stopped the pills, things got a lot better.
You know, I want to share, I was,
like,
and just side note, I be talking to, I was telling Adrian Broner the same thing as far as therapy, and, I talk to AB a lot, and I'm trying to get him to go to cleanse himself, to cleanse his mind, to get back focused, because I feel like our environment also plays a role, people around us. So I'm happy that you guys are saying this, and hopefully he sees this, because he laughs at me when I say, yo, AB, go detox yourself, but go somewhere. You need, talk to somebody to sort of get your mind together, because, you're talented, and you're allowing yourself to be, succumb through all the negativity around you. So I'm happy.
Yeah, but Flip, that's the other thing about therapy. You can't force somebody to do it.
I want to help my friends, man. Like, to watch somebody that's talented, I want to help my friends, bro. That's just me. I want to help. Like,
it's a tough job, bro. It's a tough job to be that talented and from this kind of environment. Like, it's not an environment that was created for you to succeed. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, therapy itself, like, just the idea of it is so stigmatized. Like, I launched a foundation where I'm giving therapy away. I'm giving healthcare away to people, and they won't take it. You know what I mean? Like, black people in our communities. There's some sort of stigma associated with it that just, like, we can't seem to figure out. You know what I mean? So really, to me, it's just about normalizing the shit. Like Joe said, it ain't even really about going to see somebody when you feel like something is wrong, but just normalizing the process of just self-care and communicating. Communication is a motherfucker, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I want to ask you a question, OG. Do you think that a lot of times that, people, money comes too fast for them, and they're thrown into a life before they have a chance to heal or understand what's really going on, so they still go back to what they know? like a lot of times, a lot of people, they gradually change, they gradually see things, but like the young people or whoever, like when they get money, when they get these situations so fast, they don't have time to adjust or have time to talk to anybody or have time to better for themselves. So even though they got all this money, all they know how to do is go back and do what they know or do what they imagine instead of really understanding what is going on. Do you think that's an issue as well? Like, you know, I feel like, oh, when I said this, I feel like these labels, and I'm going aside, but when they sign these individuals, it should be in the
It's
contract,
fine.
in my opinion, some sort of therapy, some sort of things to remove them, some sort of therapy, some sort of home in a different area, just to remove them from their environment so they can be able to do better. That's just, it sounds crazy, but I think something needs to be put in place. I don't know. I know I sound crazy.
That's crazy that
But
sounds crazy to you. You know what I mean? And one thing we got to stop doing is just we got to stop looking at these labels, these corporations. We got to stop looking to them to build up. And we got to stop looking for them to care about us. That's our job. That's our job, to care about ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm glad you said that, because I'm working on something right now, mentorship in my studio, where young artists can come here and get all of that therapy, all of the shit that they need, because getting into this environment, of course, you're not going to have financial literacy. You're not going to be prepared for nothing your way. But almost again, go broke at least once, probably twice, probably 3 times. You know what I'm saying? And it's like we get fucking sensationalized so much. Everything we do, like front page news. Oh, look at all the money that these niggas is spending. Oh, look at all of the money that they blew. Look at all of the stupid spending that they're doing. Look at all of the. But who the fuck taught us how to do anything? You know what I mean? That we basically learning trial and error. Everything is trial and error. And some of us are lucky enough to make it through that shit, and most of us are not. You know, so the mentorship, that's what I think. I think successful is now your duty to pass down information to the generation. Otherwise, you can't consider yourself successful. It's got to be part of it. There can't be a information disconnect from generation to generation. The whole OGs versus the young nigga shit, that's the corniest shit ever. Like the OGs gotta earn that title. You gotta earn that title. You can't just be an old nigga. You gotta apply everything, all of the mistakes that you made, they can't go in vain. You gotta apply that shit to the environment so youngins won't make the same mistakes, and they'll get a better shot. They'll be able to achieve things way earlier than we did, because it took me and Joe 20 years to build anything or do anything. You know what I mean? 3 record deals a piece before we were able to build anything tangible, because we came into this motherfucker thinking so short-sighted. You know what I mean? So,
You guys are the man. And
yeah, Royce killing that shit, yo.
he is.
They don't teach you how to get money, and they don't
Hey,
teach
yo,
you what to
Royce,
do with it.
I do one more thing. I do need some advice. You know, and don't. There's a lot going on. The LGBT community is coming at me right now.
Q plus.
Sorry,
I'm gonna do that on my live.
LGBTQ plus
LGBTQ
community. All right, hold on,
you.
slow down, nigga.
And you ain't even got to bring up what you did. I seen that shit you did.
You think I did something wrong as well?
Ooh, what you do?
How? He don't feel away.
What you do?
But that's the problem. We always trying to jump out the window for others. That man is fine. It was therapy for him. It was therapy for him, nigga.
No, you wasn't. No, but that's for him. Listen, in that situation with him, probably cool, but you should still have the information so you don't run into that.
So let me tell Royce. So I don't watch Power.
Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. I watched Power after Ghost died. I got upset. So I interviewed G Money. Kept saying, "Yo, interview this guy named Zeke. He's going viral." So we get Zeke up there. Daniel Lee Bellamy, and good guy. Let me just say that. So Daniel is up there, and we're talking about basketball. And then just for some reason, because he was in the basketball team and he left basketball for drama, I asked him about girls. I said, "So how was girls in high school?" he started stuttering and doing all that. I didn't really have. So I said, wait, you didn't have any girls? Like, I started to inquire more. Then he said that he's a single individual right now. Then he elaborated on after being a single individual, he said that he's open to things and he wants to fall in love with somebody who loves him for him. So I said, yo, bro, I asked him, are you gay? Like, are you ashamed to say you gay? Hold on, I'm just, listen, I'm just learning this. I have two people on my platform, Flip the Network, Jakari and Moon. One is an androgynous male, the other one
Do
is...
you travel?
Hold on. One is an androgynous male, the other one is gay, Jakari and Moon. I'm just learning about these things. We're not taught this where I'm come from. I'm not taught these things, I'm learning. So I'm in inquire minds wonder. I didn't try to insult them or disrespect them.
What kind of backlash?
I was learning. How I'm gonna learn if I don't ask?
Okay. What kind of
Now
backlash?
but that Joe is Joe, man.
Flip. What kind of backlash?
So they backlash because they feel like that. It was like and even in the interview he said, I'm fine. This conversation is necessary. He was good. They felt like I'm forcing him to disclose his sexuality status. I was forcing him to come out, like I put pressure on him. I didn't. You can't pressure somebody. How?
You did.
Put pressure on him.
Exactly
Okay, I did put. He was okay. All right.
But can you?
That wasn't my intention. I learned from him.
Can you see where it could have came off?
I can see, but what I'm saying, he didn't have an issue with it. He's not upset. Everybody else is upset because this whole cancel thing. And I'm fine with it. I love it. It gets me excited. But what I'm saying is that it wasn't intentional. The only thing that I agree with Daniel about is when he said that you have to stop using the word crazy at people because you don't know that their mental state. Now in my neighborhood, we use, you crazy. So at first, when we talked about the crazy thing, I said, I don't give a fuck about that. I say what I want. But then I turned around and I thought about it. I said, Flip, that's not mature. If you want to grow, understand him. I listened. I understood him. And I said, you know what? I will be mindful of using the word crazy. But asking somebody how was girls in high school, and then he's not answering it and asking him like, okay, so how we can have the conversation?
Just use it as a teachable moment, Flip. You got a platform, man. Along with that comes.
I know.
That's all.
They attacking me on Twitter. Yo, they going crazy. I love it though.
Nah, they should.
They don't stop. What you mean? Joe, you my family, Joe. Word? So why you supposed to want to help me? See, that's the problem with the OGs like you. Why you ain't call to help me? Yo, Flip, yo. Why you didn't give me some advice?
Listen, bro. Entitlement.
Oh,
Entitlement is a motherfucker, and accountability is a motherfucker. It's something disarming and liberating about somebody just being like, you know what? I'm sorry.
I am, but how can I be okay? But Royce, who am I sorry to? He's not offended. He said the conversation is needed. Royce, why am I apologizing to people that's offended for him? That's our problem in society.
You're getting in your own way.
He didn't make one post or one video saying Flip disrespected me. He said, I don't feel offended. This conversation it just caught him off guard. So what am I apologizing for?
For the people who are offended.
Yeah.
On your public platform.
All right, okay. Oh my God. Can you explain a little more? Because I do want to apologize, but explain a little more, man.
All right. Yo, hey Flip, and you do understand. You just real good at this content thing, so I'm gonna play along. The LGBTQ plus community and most oppressed communities got enough shit that they got to worry about than what the fuck Flip is saying and what the fuck he putting out there on his public radio show, right? Like for them, it's a thing that coming out the closet is a thing. Like, why do we have to come out of anywhere? So that's already a thing. But now I've come out, I'm comfortable with my shit. Can't nobody else come pressure me or force me or put me in an uncomfortable situation to share what my sexual preferences are on air. So that's really all it is. It's not even a gay thing, right? Like if I come to your show and you say, yo, you dating a girl? And I say, yeah. And then you say, well, who is she? Or where's she from? Or just anything like that. I'm going to say, nigga,
Got it.
back
Okay.
off me. Mind your fucking business.
Okay.
So it's the same thing. He answered your question, and that wasn't enough for
I can
you.
relate.
And
Like
you
being
dug
generalized. Did y'all see
dug
that
deeper.
post that Dr. Boyce Watkins keep posting about rappers? Are rappers doing enough? Are rappers creating enough jobs in our communities? Y'all seen that?
No.
It kind of offended me a little
No, I
bit
didn't see that.
because it was like a picture with
That
like,
qu-
I don't know if it was Rock Nation Brunch or something, but it had like T.I., Jay-Z. It had a bunch of like just thriving young black, right, in the music business. And it was just like, this is not enough. You know what I'm saying? Rappers aren't doing enough. And it was like a whole, just generalizing, a whole lot of assumptions of what we're not doing. Are we doing it the proper way? Because you got to look at Jeff Bezos and guys like that. They're creating thousands of jobs. So now, all of a sudden, the whole weight of the fucking entire wealth gap is on the shoulders of the young rappers who the older
rappers.
elders didn't give any information to. We haven't been embraced by that generation at all. You know what I mean? Like, we've been getting talk at the whole time. You know what I mean? There's countless memes online, like Warren Buffett and Bill Gates online dressed in some weird outfit. It's like $44 billion in this meme and not one Gucci belt in sight. Well, you should go buy it. I don't think there's nothing wrong with buying a Gucci belt personally.
Can I,
Tired of all of the things that we place value on being weaponized against us, man.
I agree.
At some point, you don't qualify to be able to tell me if it's a bad investment to buy a big ignorant chain. You don't know what kind of sentimental value it holds. Only I can determine.
Can I say something real quick? And Joe and Royce, I want to go back to something. I learned to be more understanding of people's sexuality because I had a situation at Viceland. They wanted me to take over the Viceland bus. I went up there. I killed the audition. A woman came in the bathroom with me while I was using it, and I wasn't aware that there was a bathroom where both genders can use the bathroom. I wasn't aware of that at Viceland in 2018. I wasn't aware of that. They said it was all over. I didn't aware that men and women could use the bathroom. So during unisex bathroom.
Unisex,
so during my
unisex is the word.
thing with Viceland, I was talking on the mic, and the vice president, Marsha, the vice president at the time, I forgot her name. I forgot her name, but she was there. And I said, yo, y'all gonna get sued by letting two people use the bathroom, because what if I would have pulled my thing out and got in trouble? And so I said, y'all gonna get sued. That shouldn't be right. So apparently the woman who runs the social media, or the person, was a I guess I don't want to be wrong, but a woman, like.
You sound like you're gonna be wrong.
Because how can you describe a woman? How can you describe?
Like
I don't want to say the offensive word. How can you describe a woman who was like a man? Like, I don't want to say the wrong word, but I don't know if she was transsexual because she was a woman, but I don't know if what she identified with at that time. But she got offended, and I lost my situation, and I apologized. So I learned. I lost a whole bag because of this whole thing.
No, that's
how?
No.
How?
Good.
I didn't know you could use the bathroom. Where I'm from, we can't go in the bathroom, a woman's bathroom. Where I'm from, you know that, Joe. Y'all can see that's the problem. Y'all niggas learn new shit and don't want to teach. How the fuck am I supposed to know I'm peeing and a bad woman come in the bathroom next to me using the bathroom? I'm shocked. What the fuck are you doing in here?
Well, hey, no. Now we get into the important conversation. There's a lot of you niggas in hip hop that really like transsexuals and just won't say
How
it.
the fuck that? What are you talking about? What? What does that got to do with anything of people liking transsexuals, Joe? That was.
Don't worry about it.
Okay. I don't listen. To each his own.
Don't worry about it.
To each his own. I don't. Yeah, salute. But what I'm saying is that I lost my situation. So when I did it with Danielle Lee Bellamy, it wasn't with the intentions, because I was aware of how sensitive people can be and how you can lose something. Because I got a call, I lost it. Viceland was excited. Yo, we gonna have him drive the bus around the world. It was lit. I killed it. And that one person that was offended, because I said that two people wasn't supposed to use the bathroom, lost my situation.
Well, That's why you're not supposed to try to. That's why you're not supposed to want to offend people. Because you don't know who you offending and where. You don't know what you put on the table, take off the table. You don't know who's watching when you're doing this shit. When you do your content thing, you have no idea who the audience is. It's such a dangerous position for creators to be in. But you don't know shit. So it's it's
But
best to just try not to offend other
the
niggas.
LGBTQ plus community. I do.
Flip,
You can't say how
nobody
you see. That's
cares.
you see.
Nobody
You can't say you
cares.
don't care. That's the problem. I have two characters who are proud representatives of that community. That's all.
Tell me why Vice needs to care about
They don't
that.
care now. I mean, first of all, I would have listen. They don't need to care. This was 3 years ago,
Nigga's
Joe.
crazy.
But they don't. You're right. They don't need to care. But I'm just saying, I'm learning, and that's the problem. Shout out to Royce. You get it too, Joe. But you want to go back and forth with me. You get it. I'm learning. It's new for me. And where I'm from in Queens,
You have to learn.
where
You
I'm
have
from
to
in
learn
Queens,
in private, yo.
the whole at the time when I was growing up, being from a Caribbean background, people from that represents different people that was different, or however, I don't want to say it wrong, it was frowned upon. I had to learn and understand.
I want to hang up on you. I feel like I'm
on my way up out of here
just by listening to what you're
I
saying.
take it back.
Yeah. Hey, Flip.
Wait, hold on. Let me apologize to
Flip,
the people.
Great seeing you.
You're not gonna let me apologize?
You're looking awesome.
I apologize. No, I was wrong. Let me say this.
Congrats.
I apologize to the people that
There
I
you go.
offended with the Daniel Lee Bellamy interview. You know, that wasn't my intentions at all. You know, I never want to force anybody and to do something that they're not comfortable with doing. You know what I mean? I was wrong for that. I should have just took his answer and understood it instead of trying to pressure and get an answer by using my
you ain't got to do all this, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, he's trying to get them bags back. Hey, he trying to get them checks back.
Wait, hold on. See, Joe, Joe, you're supposed to hold me down, Joe, but I see.
Hey.
And the only reason
You know how many bags I lost? I've signed paperwork. I can't even tell you about some of the bags I lost.
When can I interview you guys?
Hello?
I mean, however you want, individually to get. When can I interview my friends? I consider you my friends.
Not if you're gonna get to talk about something that's gonna make me lose
I ain't gonna
money.
talk about nothing.
I'm out of there, yo. Whatever you going through with the LGBTQ plus
yeah, by the time I come up there to do
when I'm
flip the script, man, make sure you patch that shit up by the time.
Yeah, I mean, it's patched. It's patched.
Yeah. You ain't patched it up yet. Kevin Hart had to do way more apologies than this shit you doing. Like, your apology, you got to really get to it. You bullshitting around still. And in your apology, you saying, yo, I'm Caribbean, which is like, that negates
No,
I
didn't use that in my, you see what I'm saying? I didn't use that in my apology.
And say, yo, I'm Caribbean.
I didn't use that in my apology.
All right. Good. I'll do the show if we talk about that.
Anytime, Flip.
Do it. And we can do the hard thing.
You said that last time, but when I called your phone 6 times camera. After, you ain't pick up. So I don't want to hear about that. You showing fucking steaks, nigga. Sitting by the bridge, always eating. I know where you was at, and I respected your space. You showing fucking steaks, showing off, being on some type of slick shit. I don't know who the fuck you think you are.
Nah, see? That shit sounds more fun than answering your call. It's a steak. Probably some ladies around. I mean, like, sound like a little.
Hey, bro, you know what?
We can talk about this right now.
You know what I'm thinking about now that I'm sitting here? The whole pandemic, you didn't seem affected by COVID at all. You was all outside everywhere, man. Are you like asymptomatic or what?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I caught COVID, but I'm from Queens. That
right.
should go.
Right. Okay. I got you. I feel you.
But you always thank you. I want to salute you. You always pick up when I call. But some people in this room, they give you a word, they pick up 2 days after, 2 days straight, and then they stop picking up. So that's what he did. So I feel away a little bit. I didn't know where he was at.
Yeah, nigga. What you see? And this is what I mean. What you gonna do about it? Unfamily me?
I can't unfamily you. No.
That's the point. Like,
why not? If you give me your word, yes.
It's fam. It is. No, my word is coming. We're gonna hug.
And man, how you be
We're gonna hug.
getting all close to
That's
these
happening.
fucking decorated ass street legends and shit, and be getting to talk all crazy to them and shit? I be looking at the interviews like, man, Flip better quit playing with this nigga like this.
I mean, but what? Do you know I'm just a respected guy in a way, Royce.
I mean, I get you because I respect you, so I get it. I mean, I didn't know. I didn't know if you had like some sort of sorcery.
No, I don't have a sorcery. People
He better have some sorcery. I think Webb
why you gonna bring Webb?
some
Why
crazy
his name up? Huh? Why you bring his name up? Yeah, you know, Webb is crazy. You know, and you know what's so crazy? I'm gonna tell you this. You know, he talked to me about me posting videos about Alpo and stuff. You know, he talked to me when he saw me in Atlanta at the time.
Webb did?
Oh, okay.
Webb talked.
I didn't know.
He had to remind me where I was from. My behavior. He said my behavior on the internet. You know, sometimes you need to talk. I'm not.
You got reprimanded.
I can say that. He's the only one. Nitty caught me too out of the blue, but Webb reprimanded me. Yeah, he did. People don't know that though, because I don't say that. I stand on my square, but I did get reprimanded by my cousin Webb. Yes, I did.
Come on, man. We all got OGs. You gotta have.
Yeah, you fucking right.
You gotta have OG.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with it. He ain't tell you nothing wrong. Chill the fuck out.
Hey,
Shit.
Hey, yo, Joe. You know, I love you guys. I just want to say thank you. You guys have gave me clarity today. You guys have made me. Are you laughing? You guys have helped me.
I'm listening. I'm listening.
I'm looking at look at a different light today. I feel better. Cause I wasn't feeling like shit, but I was feeling more what's that word? Aggressive. I was feeling like I wanted to continue to be invasive, because I'm a very invasive person. I wanted to stand in my evasive behavior, but I spoke to two people who I look up to, and they said, "Flip, come on, Flip," and I appreciate this.
Every day should be about improving who we are, Flip. Not standing in some of our stubbornness, especially when we offend people.
Did you apologize for the stuff you said recently? Yes or no? You know what I'm talking about. Did you apologize? You said some things.
I don't know what you're talking about. What you talking about?
Yo, I didn't think I don't think the whole, because Surf was on here earlier saying the same thing. I don't think saying, yo, that album could suck my dick is as bad as y'all do.
Why?
I didn't even know that's what he was talking about. I thought he was about to say something else.
Yeah. But how you don't think that album could suck my dick is rude to somebody that's, you didn't tell him to suck your dick, but how you don't think saying that? You don't think that's rude at all?
No. Not I didn't tell him. I would never tell him. See, y'all don't paint me right.
I know you would. I feel that in my heart, but the people don't know that. Like you said.
Then fuck that album. What are you talking about?
You feel like he owe an apology?
I feel like I feel like to his supporters, to the people that's
to who supporters.
Let me finish. Let me get it out, because I'm not as articulate as a lot of other. Yeah. To your supporters that were looking forward to it, and to your partners or whoever, your friends that might have been looking forward to it as well. You might have been the sour thumb out of the bunch that might have held things up. And when people look forward to it and they're talking about it, and you say that, it's like a spitting. It could be looked at as a spit in somebody's face. My opinion. I would feel offended if you say, if me and you you said, I'm gonna do a TV show with you, Flip. We don't never do the TV show. Then you say, man, that TV show could suck my dick. What about all the conversations? What about all the work we put in? What about all the stuff that we talked about? What about the encouragement at the time when we were building the TV show that you agreed upon, and now you saying they can suck your dick? It's crazy.
I love the conclusions that y'all jump to when y'all.
You hate me?
I love it. These niggas.
I love it.
I love it.
Tell me if I'm wrong. Just say, Flip, you wrong. Tell me I'm taking you wrong. Okay.
But you know what? This speaks to the reputation of just rappers in general. Like, the listening public and the fans, the way that they view rappers, I'm convinced that they think all of us are just corn dogs. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't even believe that there's a narrative about Royce the 5'9" that says anything even eerily similar to me not supporting one of my brothers. That's ridiculous. towing the line between trying to figure out like how
Yo,
what I want to go dispel, what I want to go clarify, and what I want to just let be what it is. It's tough, man. It's tough because I'm very particular about my name. You know what I mean?
see, and that's Royce, right? That's Royce. Like Royce is saying he's been such an upstanding citizen, he can't even believe none of this. I can believe it. I haven't been the most upstanding citizen. I know that niggas hate me. That's cool. But when it comes to support of niggas, no, I'm not doing that. I've supported every release. I've supported every project, but I'm not going to lie to you if I love you. I ain't going to tell you I'm going to support something I ain't. I don't support it. I reserve the right to not support something that to me is disparaging. It may not be disparaging to fans who are just happy to receive music, lyrical, miracle, criminal. I get it. But no, I'm not supporting shit.
Wait.
Suck my dick.
What do you mean? What you said? Who you said suck my dick to?
Are you aware of like the
same
whole
thing I said the other
situation,
day.
Flip?
I am now. I
No,
just
ain't
got
aware
aware.
shit.
You know me now. I be freestyling. I see it, but I just got aware. Hold on. But I can correct it.
But that's the problem with. No. Let me say this real quick, Flip, because that's the problem. That's
True.
also the problem with our community. We getting our information
True.
from memes and captions and
True.
blog culture. Like it's
That's
manufactured information. So I seen all the clips come out. Yo, Joe Budden tells Joel Ortiz to suck my dick. Like, but I know why that's happening. People are monetizing off of that stuff. So you got to put some shit there, spice it up. Hey, maybe the connection was bad. It sounded like I said that.
somebody in the
But
comments said that
I
Joe
didn't
wouldn't
say that.
support an album
But
that was dissing him. I don't know if that's true. I don't know. I was reading. That's what they're writing. Some people writing that in these comments. And
So you don't know nothing about an album dissing
yo,
us?
yeah. Royce, you can't say that because they saying that when I watched the live back, Joel is saying, yo, what did you take as a diss?
See, that's
what he's saying.
That's the goalpost movement. You know what I mean? Like, number one, as a creator, we go in the studio and we attempt to hit targets. If your intention is not to offend me, then the only way you'll find out if you actually hit your target is to ask me how I feel about you mentioning me. If I feel offended by something that you're saying, then that means it's something you did wrong if you didn't intend to offend me. But you can't tell me how to receive something. You know what I'm saying? Or you can't invalidate my feelings. I feel how I feel. You know what I mean? So, there's a lot of fans in the comments like, yo, he didn't.
Royce, you said my name in the record, Royce. Should I get offended? Like, what if I got offended by that? You said my name in the record.
I mean, but see, what you just said is that's part of the problem. You know what I mean? Like, you want to be right now instead of just
I'm wrong. I am wrong. No, I take accountability. I'm just asking
No, because you implying whenever we mention each other's names, we don't have to get offended. And I agree with that. That has nothing to do with what I'm talking about.
Got it.
I'm talking about somebody that I'm in a group with mentioning my name with the intention of disparaging me.
Understood.
Out of nowhere, me being blindsided by
yeah,
something.
But wait, Royce, I'm gonna play devil's advocate. I am, Royce. Oh, I understand what you're saying. Well, that's the problem.
But hold on, wait, stop. Hold on. Let me ask you a question real quick, Joe. Back in the days, I was around for this one, right? That's what happens in familiar territory. Remember with the whole when Jay got on the pump it up beat, Skane, everybody was in the office prior to that. Everybody was together and had conversations. Then hold on, don't shake your head, Royce. I'm not really a hip hop head, nigga. I am a culture. Hold on, let me just ask my man something because I was there. They did that. You threw shot. Jay threw a shot back at you. Can you explain that whole thing that happened? Remember that? You know what I'm talking about?
Yo, Flip, you have such a bright future
yes or
in
no?
this, yo. You're great. Now you
okay,
but
really, just the other time, a couple of weeks before that, Skane, you, Jay, everybody was around each other. So how does it go from that to that? Isn't it friendly?
Yeah, you actually describing exactly what goes on in hip hop, right? Like by the time verbal sparring is going on and the fans are like uber excited about that typically means Something
Got
happened behind the scenes.
Got it. Okay.
Hey, you right, Flip. Hey, niggas went and met with Hov, who I fucking idolize and still do. Hey, man, such and such and such. He said such and such and such.
I was
And
there.
now
I
we got
remember.
action.
I
We
remember,
got
Royce.
action now.
But it
You was
confused me,
there.
Royce, because I
We
saw,
got,
you know,
hey,
Skane was working with them, so we was all part of a, not we, but I was a little cousin. But I remember that, and I remember everybody being together. Then it just went to, give me that beat, fool. I was confused.
Mm-hmm.
see, but this is why shit is important, right? Like, we don't know what we don't know. We don't know what we don't know. And at that time, Flip, at 23 years old, or however old I was, like, Skane was my A&R. I did not know that Skane was coming off A&R and Ludacris, Southern Hospitality, and whatever other 5-time platinum album. Like, I didn't know that Skane had this cachet in the building to where certain pressure and expectations were on me just due to how Skane, Nitty, and Webb might be viewed. I was just 22 rapping. I didn't have the other information, nor could I go get it at that time. It was just rap. Let's rap. Let's rap. Let's rap. No, enough of that. Enough of that. And later on in Hov's career, right, he just started sharing more and more information, right? Like, he evolved. It wasn't about rap for him. It was about, yo, let me just put people on to this information that might help people. And that's really just it. There's nothing else to discuss. I don't want to talk about beef. You're talking to a nigga that has beefed with everybody. I want to make amends with people. I want to be cool. I want to be straight. I don't want to do no fighting. I just keep getting, like, people that feel wronged or hurt by me just to pop up. They just start popping up and going crazy. But that's not where I
So
want to be.
when
I don't want to do none of
when
that.
are we
Yo,
not?
niggas
When,
is grown, yo.
let me ask
Niggas
Royce
is
this.
old now.
Royce, when does it become not like, as a friend, not supposed to throw shots at a friend on a record? Because, you know, there's been records in hip hop where a person was on a record with a person and he dissed that person. There's been records like that. When does the competition of friendly sparring change to actual disrespect?
That's loaded. This is way deeper than that with this situation. You know what I mean? Yeah, this situation, because it's a lot of different narratives out there. The main one is that we have an issue with them releasing music together without us. That's not true. All of us have released music, tons of music. We all supported each other. I don't have a problem with them using the word Slaughterhouse. I don't have a problem with them using the pig. I have a problem with them burning the pig logo and then announcing to the world that Slaughterhouse is finished without coming to me and letting me know that. Like, if you plan on leaving the group, then hit me and Joe and just say, all right, I'm off this, my niggas. You know, it's been real. You know what I mean? Like, we find out when the people find out. And my reaction to it is, damn, I'm disappointed. I'm hurt. You know what I mean? But that's it. It's not like I'm like sending a cease and desist letter or I'm trying to stop it or in any way. I just said how I felt about it. And I feel like I've been fucking arguing with people about my feelings ever since. You know what I'm saying? Like, I spent 10 years of sweat, equity, blood, sweat, and tears building 25% of that brand. And we got guidelines that says we all got it. There has to be a unanimous vote in order for us to make decisions. At least 3 of us got to say aye. You know what I mean? So for some 2 people to take it upon themselves to just publicly end the brand, I can't come behind that and sell somebody a t-shirt or put out an album after that. You know what I mean? Like, you left me no choice but to move on from the brand too. I just wish you could have included me. And then it happened with me not knowing about any of these personal feelings. We all on the same Zoom calls. It just came out of nowhere. It blindsided me. So it hurt me as a friend. It hurt me as a friend, but it's nothing that I could do about it, bro. We all take the same L. It's the same brand that's crumbling. We all take the same L, and it just is what it is. So it just adds insult to injury when the entire album is to disparage us. You know what I'm saying? Like, I personally feel like I don't deserve that. I know it's easy to hate Joe, you know what I mean? But it's like, there's no really a way that you can come at Joe in this capacity and then say you're not coming at me too. You know what I mean? Like, I become collateral damage. You know what I mean? So it's
Did you guys try to find out why they were feeling the way they were feeling? Because as friends, we supposed to find out. I mean, Joe, I watched Joe.
they telling you in the music.
I mean, fuck the music.
Yeah, I can hear it. I can hear it now. Now I can hear it. The problem is we didn't have that. We didn't
But
have that communication
You are a stubborn person.
but
You
I can
aware
hear
that?
it.
You and Clue have similarities. Stubborn. But when you're dealing with people,
Okay.
sometimes your stubbornness can affect others, or you don't care. It's just on them.
But that don't have nothing to do with nothing, man. Like it just conflates the conversation.
But it does. But it's easy to point my friend as a bad. This is what I'm saying, Royce. Let me land my fucking plane. It's easy to because of his history, and I'm not disrespecting you, Royce. Because of his history and him being stubborn, it's easy to blame him. So these questions have to be asked because he's the person that's going to get blamed because of his character. When he don't care, he has to have a very non-strong attitude, and he don't give a fuck sometimes. From what I know, he could have changed. I'm just saying. So it's easy to blame him. It's easy to point at him and say, and look, his answer, that's his answer. So when I ask a question, he gonna look to the side. When I ask my man the question, like, Joe, did you take into their feelings into consideration? He can say, Flip, yes, I did, or no, I didn't. It's a simple yes or no question.
Yeah, and the group wouldn't have lasted 10 years if everybody was just dismissing everybody's feelings. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, but you know, everybody got they quirks about them and shit like that. But I mean, we don't go through life trying to change each other. You know what I mean? Like all of the characteristics of Joe that makes him the wild card of the group is one of the reasons why standing next to him earned you so much money over the years. You know what I mean? And I don't think enough attention gets put on that. I don't think enough fingers get pointed at that. You know what I'm saying? Like you stood next to somebody, not just Joe, myself too. You stood next to somebody that made you millions of dollars. You know what I mean? Like there's no way I can be your enemy. We built something together that the industry didn't want us to have. They told us we wouldn't be able to tour without an album. And we damn near was headlining Rock the Bells with 3 freestyles. All of us had been through $1 million deal like 3 times. We ended up back on the major. I ended up rekindling an old relationship with my man Marshall. We hadn't spoken 10 years. We broke down barriers, you know what I mean? And we did it with other brands too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, man, like we didn't build it trying to change each other into what we would prefer to be around. We made our adjustments to be around each other. So when people start saying shit about the way they're being treated, how you being treated has nothing to do with nothing. What are we doing? Are we doing a deal? Okay, lawyers send lawyers deal memos. That's how we do deals. We don't do deals by saying, yo, Joe didn't call me. You and Joe don't need to speak in order for us to do a deal, bro. That's never been a thing. This whole 3-man Slaughterhouse thing, that's never been a thing. Never has that been a thing. 3 men for Slaughterhouse. It's 4 of us. It's either we doing it or we not. And everybody in the group has a right to disagree with something or turn down something. You know what I'm saying? So your how you deal with somebody turning down something is not to say, well, let's do it without the person that's turning it down. We've never moved like that.
So do you think what I've
Yeah, I didn't know it
don't even make sense.
Right? Like had you told me that this domino falling would affect these dominoes, I just wouldn't have.
Well, first they were saying you retired, and then now they're saying you turned the deal down. So it's just like nobody points out all of these inconsistencies. It's just
fuck
like
that deal. But I don't hear enough people saying, hey, if I turned the deal down, so what? So I don't view myself as someone that has to be held hostage to just this, there's one deal on the table. This is the one deal that we could. Nigga, who is the deal with? What does it include? What is it for? How long is it? Like Royce just said, yo, where we at today, I'm not listening to my mans tell me about a deal and I got lawyers that I pay.
Because if that's the case, if that's the case, then I can just go to Dr. Dre. I can just go to Dr. Dre and say, how much would you give us for Slaughterhouse? Probably more than what was being put on the table if we just speculating, you know what I mean? If we're at the speculative point, let's speculate. But if we're gonna make our negotiating, then they has to be put on paper, my brother. And nobody in the group has to talk to anybody. That doesn't require a Zoom call. That's lawyers and management. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
like I
no,
said earlier,
it's true.
you know, Joe doing what he did, you know, had me a deal on the table, a multi-million-dollar deal on the table. You know what I mean? And you know, I received some good by one of his decisions. I can say,
Hey, but flip, that's just the thing right here, right? So today, like it's the same thing. It's just not being painted that way because my belief is this deal is contingent upon a concept. Because I'm not never mad at anybody going to diss Joe Budden. I live for diss records. So let's fucking do it. Let's, it fuels me, right? That's great. But a diss album, or not diss, but an album of things that are a surprise to me. I don't have friendships where you have
Yeah, man.
15 songs of things that would be a
If it's
surprise to me of
if
what
it's an
you could
honorable
say,
thing
right?
where truths are being expressed and somebody is just speaking their truth, then there shouldn't have been a need for it to be a secret.
So many secrets. A lot of secrets. Why do I find out when the fans find out? Like Joel on the live say, yo, you text me the eye emojis. Well, yeah, nigga, where I'm from, that means I'm looking for you. Oh, hey, eyes. Say something back. It's a conversation starter. But listen, you know where it's at. It's a lot of miscommunication, and I'm not mad at how anybody got to go about whatever they got to do. But I don't have to support it. I don't have to stand in solidarity with it. Like, right? Like, I got boundaries at 41 years old. Like, I'm not just fucking being vulnerable to hurt and
Oh
pain
my
and trauma,
God.
especially from people. Listen, I got a line. What was the line?
Ice.
I don't remember the line because that's how long I've been retired. But something to the effect of, uh, my loved ones are the only people that can hurt me. Like enemies, I'm not even worried about. It's my friends. It's people that I actually care about that cause the hurt. And that's just been what the last few years of my life has been for me. So it's like nothing new here. Nothing new here. Nothing new to see. Creative differences that lead to this nasty. It's disgusting. It's
I know
disgusting
for a fact.
to me. Yo, wait, hold up. There's no amount of money, and this was my point. Actually, I'll throw it on you, Flip. Everybody got a price. How much money I got to give you for you to go write 15 disparaging
none.
records about
No
women?
money could make me this way.
It's quick, right? That's a quick answer. I think the same of me. I think the same of Royce. I don't think niggas could just make Royce go write 10 songs about Joe and it'd be a
Not in a
surprise to
million
Joe.
years.
That's impossible to me. It's impossible, right? Like, and you talking to somebody who like you lost money. Niggas have lost money. Everybody lost money, right? You talking to somebody who has walked away from large amounts of money because you were asking for too much of me that I couldn't deliver. Like my moral compass is not what's for sale. So the hurt and disappointment that Royce and I speak about is not in music or creativity. It's in the action. Oh shit, we didn't know that you
It's a
could do that.
premeditated. It's a premeditated. It's a premeditated
That's it.
attack to me.
Yeah, we rappers. Yo, the night before I heard any of this shit, yo, I'm on the phone with Royce and I'm telling him, yo, no way this is happening. Because as a rapper, to write something down, you got to think it. And to think it, you got to feel it. And when you put it on paper to go in the booth and deliver it, that means you've weighed this out. Like, it's a deep process if you're a rapper and you understand it. So to do that 15 times or whatever, fuck Glass House, huh? Like, I don't understand it. But on the internet, like Roy said earlier, I ain't do nothing but say I was hurt. All I said was, yo, I'm hurt.
Royce and Joe
And niggas
hating.
turned that
Royce and Joe
into,
hating.
he's angry,
Every time I
he's
say
mad, they hating,
anything about how I
Joel
feel,
and
they
Crook will
accuse me of
kill
having
us.
a meltdown.
Right.
So
Yo, all I said was, I have feelings and I hurt. I'm no different than nobody else watching out there. And then because we're in this content era, it's a think piece for everybody. Well, why should Joe be mad? He retired. He this. Yo, you
Why
aren't
y'all
privy
making
to
them
what
wait?
we're
Why
privy
y'all
to.
making them wait? Come on, man. Nobody's waiting on me for anything, bro.
Yeah, like that's
Waiting on me for what?
yeah,
To do what?
yeah. No, that's
What am I
So,
doing right now? What have I released?
yeah,
What am
no,
I working on? I would
so
love nothing more than to do Slaughterhouse right now.
yeah.
That'll be an easy out for me. And if it's like a situation where niggas is tired of waiting,
Same.
I'll support that too, man. I never take anybody's side over anybody's side, man. Like if Crook and Joel would have came to me and said that they out, I would have tried to talk them out of it. You know what I'm saying? But if I couldn't talk them out of it, they would have my 100% support. You know what I'm saying? But the blind side me is just like,
Yo, I've literally had Joel and Crook on my show via phone to discuss their new joint project, yo. You can't paint Joe as a hater no type of way. Yo, 2 weeks before I learned about any of this shit, I was bigging up Joel's freestyle, his song shit on my pod. When his project dropped, his publicist called. Yo, can we get him on? Of course you can get him on. Like, you can't paint me as no type of hater. What I'm saying is what I mean. I think this is nasty, and I reserve the right. The end. I'm not telling you not to do it. I would hope you didn't do it, but you did. You did. That's it. It's over. Their shit'll drop, and fucking who else drop? I think Dirk dropped on the 11th. It's some niggas that's dropping. It's in the flow of music. The fans will have fun because the fans are
but never has
only care about lyrics and songs.
never
And don't
has there
really
been
look
an
at rappers as
atmosphere
human.
where it's some fans on that side and some fans on that side. Like that atmosphere got
And
created
some
by
fans,
them, not me. I didn't release no music. All I did was just say, damn, that hurt. You know what I mean?
Royce, can I ask
yep,
you a question?
it's true.
So what I just did when I tried to use Joe's personality as a scapegoat, that's what a lot of people does. That's wrong. Is that like deflecting? Am I deflecting from the point by
Nah,
doing?
you're not deflecting, but it's just like when we talk about these things, let's get somewhere. You know what I mean? Like let's not even point out the obvious. You know what I mean? Okay, Joe's a dickhead. I think he should be himself. I don't think Joe should have to change for your comfort. I think Joe's job is to rap. You know what I'm saying? I think that there's things that I could point out about Joel and Crook's personality too that wouldn't matter. Crook raps damn near better than anybody we've ever heard. Who the fuck cares what his personality is? You know what I mean? Show up to rap. Let's get shit done. Let's get shit done. Let's get to it. What's the problem? Let's get to the root of it. Let's get it done. I don't want to hear about niggas treating niggas a certain. We grown ass men. Niggas do this shit with Dame Dash all the time. Stop telling me about Dame Dash yelling at people, man. Dame Dash built a fucking dynasty.
Yeah,
That's
I don't
what
care.
Dame Dash did. I don't give a fuck about your feelings about how he told you to go to the store. Take your ass to the store, pay your dues, and you should be honored that you got ordered to go to the store by Dame Dash. That's how you should look at it, man. You coming in here looking for people to be nice to you. White people ain't nice to you. They treat you worse than niggas treat you. You know what I'm saying? And you're honored to get treated like that by them. You know what I'm saying? Like solidarity and unification should be the caveat by any means necessary. And tough skin. You know what I'm saying? Like you may come in, you may be having a bad day, you may say some shit I don't like. If you a full contact type of person, then we can engage in some full contact shit and get past it. Or if you a talker, we can talk about it. However you do it. I grew up with brothers, and that's how you bond. That's how you bond to me. We all been mad at each other at some point about something, but I'm tired of niggas talking about niggas not calling them back and niggas not respecting them and all of that. It's like, man, bro, if you feel disrespected, you bring disrespect to the table. But don't talk about niggas calling you back, man. Nobody fucking, I don't owe nobody a phone call. You don't owe me a fucking phone call. You know what I mean? You owe me to be where you say you're gonna be. If we get on the Zoom call and we say we're gonna be somewhere, just show up, my nigga. You ain't held to no standard of calling me on Christmas, my nigga. I got my own fucking life. Yeah, it's like, man,
to say happy
it's like,
birthday,
come on, cut the bullshit,
year,
man. Like nobody going into each business venture looking for fucking brotherhood, man. The brotherhood is a fucking plus. We already built that already. You entitled to be mad, but don't use that shit as an excuse to go do some grimy shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's an easy out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, you standing with Joe. You took Joe's side.
Yeah.
I never, you know how insulting that is to me, man? To accuse me of taking somebody's side against somebody else's. I didn't even take Eminem's side against Slaughterhouse. And that's my beloved, my loved one. Like, if I was just looking at it from an economic standpoint, Slaughterhouse would have been finito right there. I would have been like, bad me seafood. Sorry, guys, I'm out. Come on, man. I gotta be able to look myself in the mirror. You know what I'm saying? I stood with the group when it was the right thing to do. I'm entitled to do the right thing. That's it. I ain't entitled to walk eggshells around your fucking feelings. We men. Like, we are born from environments where motherfuckers is trying to blow our heads off. You think I give a fuck about a nigga not answering my phone calls? Come on, man. I ain't got time for that. Let's get it done. And if you took a check and that's just what you wanted to do, just say that, my niggas. This me. You can say that to me. You ain't got to lie to me. And if you gonna speak your truth, my nigga. Don't speak for me. Don't speak my truth, nigga. Speak your truth. You be very careful how you speak your truth, man. You know what I mean? Like, there's footage that exists right now. We shot documentary footage, and there's a lot of footage of Crooked Eye super drunk, and we think it's entertaining. Crooked didn't think it was entertaining. We begged and begged and begged and begged and begged to let us release that. He said no, so we didn't release it, bro. It's that simple. Now, if I just took it and released it right now and said, yo, man, we telling our truth, man. We telling our truth. All hell will fucking break loose, especially if you said Joe did it. Everybody in the comments would be like, see, there go Joe, burning bridges again, ruining relationships. You know what I'm saying? With all the trivial shit, but at the end of the day, it's all the same L that we taking, bro. I'm not incentivized to lie about anything. I'm not releasing nothing right now. They releasing. Nobody gave me a check to take any stand. So what do I have to lie about, man? We on the same team. I'm not anybody's enemy. Who we talking about? So what we talking about?
Yo, but then, because Royce is right. Royce be right about shit, yo. Right? He's right, right? But outside of that, in hindsight, when you get all of the information, right? You wanted niggas to take a deal with the person that is in support of this division? You wanted niggas to go and give Slaughterhouse greatness to somebody that was cool with the breakup, the division, the turmoil, the relationships being ruined. Like, that tell you clearly what it is. Like, certain people want to profit off of whatever it is, whether it's good or bad. I just want to profit. Nah, that ain't how I sleep at night. That ain't how I sleep at night. I couldn't sleep at night. I couldn't go to sleep at night doing a deal with Spotify, knowing that it had grave ramifications to me, Rory, Maul, Parks, and everybody I said I loved, right? Even if they didn't know that. Even if they didn't know. I can't sign this deal, and now y'all got all rights for 5 years. Not because it wasn't money. No, I can't sleep doing that. Me. I can't tell everybody else how to maneuver. I can't tell everybody else what make them have what they got to do. Like, I don't know. I can only speak from my perspective. That's why I'm trying to have grace and be understanding. Like, I'm trying to be understanding of this shit. But yeah, no, I'm hurt by it. The fuck? And I can be. Even if the internet feel like I shouldn't be allowed to be. Yeah, fuck these niggas.
Where do we go from here?
Wait, fuck these niggas as in the internet.
But where do we go from here? Like, where do we, you know, like, okay, so where do we go from here? Like, is the damage too deep for any, to rectify any situation? Is the scar too deep? You know, a lot of people, like I said, a lot of people make records and they're able to come back from it. So, no, like you said, you a man, he's a man. Are we just going to continue, no disrespect, in our feelings, or open a conversation to rectify anything, or them niggas shot themselves in the foot? That's a local question I'm asking.
No, they ain't shoot themselves in the foot with me.
I'm not in a position to not give my brother the grace. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not in some luxury position where I can afford to hang my brother and be like, nigga, I'm never fucking with you again. I forgive him already. but I'm just forced to look at you a certain way. I held you to a regard, and now you showed me that you can do something that I didn't know you were capable of. So now you lost some of my respect, and you can't regain all of it that you had. I can't re-respect people that way, but I still love you. There's nothing they can do to make me not love them. We built too much shit together. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's got to be from a distance. Now, in terms of the music is always what it is. It just has to make sense. As it stands right now, I can't think of a scenario in my mind where it would even make sense to go behind what they're doing right now and try to do anything unified. The fans are literally encouraging division. You know what I'm saying? Like thinking that we're getting somewhere by disagreeing with us. The key is for all of us to be on the same page. You want an album from all four of us. That's what you really want. You know what I mean? And the only reason why you're not getting it is because of what they're doing. You know what I mean? And that's not saying that to hold them accountable. I have to be transparent with you, bro. Like Slaughterhouse never, ever, ever worked. Anything that we've ever tried to do, it never worked unless we were all on the same page and the vibe was right. If we going in there with feelings, niggas don't want to speak, don't come to heaven with that shit. Don't come to Heaven Studios with that. I don't have time for that, man. You know what I mean? Work all that shit out before y'all get here. You know what I mean? And when everybody ready to go, I'm always ready to go, man. That's easy work. You know what I mean? Right now, I'm not even thinking about moving forward in terms of just the music. I'm not even really thinking about that.
You know, so but can an apology make you?
I don't feel like I'm owed an apology, but I would like for them to hold themselves accountable for if they came out and admitted that they staged all of this, I would feel better.
What?
Just because I don't like to be made to look like a liar. My name is my name. And
what about,
that's not gonna happen.
What about you, Joe? What about you, Joe? An apology. If you got an apology or like for
I don't want no apology. Nor do I feel like I'm old when I'm cool. I'm totally cool, but that's what makes me an asshole.
Are you cool?
Because it's not really about like that. It's about the action, man. It's not really about the words. You know what I mean? Like they pulled a trigger. They made a premeditated decision, and once you pull the trigger, you know, we kind of in it now. You know what I mean? So we all adjusting to it the best we can. But you made a decision nonetheless. You know what I mean? It's not like if one of them needed something from me, if I could do it, I would of course still do it. But it'd just be from a distance, man.
Got it.
Same. Like Royce said earlier, I forgave them niggas after the initial shock wore off. I'm not. Hey, have a blast, man. And I love you guys, and I want the best for y'all. And I'm sorry about the part I played in making you feel this way. Like that's where it is. That's where it is with me.
Joe, you I love this guy. This guy, you gotta listen to him carefully, Royce. This guy is a diss master. Listen to him, understand him. I've seen this firsthand. I seen niggas yell at this nigga in Queen. I seen them be angry. What are you doing? I seen this, Royce. I'm telling you. I'm 34. I was 15.
See, the competitive side of me.
What?
The competitive side of me I don't even like niggas like.
See, he always said that. That's what I'm saying.
Like, I normally jump out of bed. I get excited at this stuff, yo. But when you love the person, like it's like, what do we do? What is this? What is this? But niggas be making me mad with that whole, y'all quiet because it's Joel and Crook sitting.
Man, niggas will bomb them niggas out. The niggas will bomb them niggas out the paint. Man. Quick.
That's what I'm saying, yo. Stop playing with me. And a part of me start thinking that they playing because they know that that's not one of the options. I feel like that would have gave you a little more to think about at least.
That's not what they want.
I don't think so.
That's not what they want. I don't want that for them.
So, well, Royce, we know how you coming, and you ain't.
No, you don't, because everybody's saying, "Oh man, you ain't rap against Lupe, you ain't rap against Mickey, man." I gave them niggas life. You can trust and believe that. Them niggas are not dead right now because I decided that they should. Trust and believe that. Any motherfucker walking God's green earth that put his pants on one leg at a time like me, that has a pen in his hand, think they could fuck with me, then it's just wishful thinking, bro. I'll desecrate any of these niggas, any one of them. Exclude nobody. I don't like how good I am at doing that type of shit. That's why I don't do it. I want to evolve.
It hurts. It hurts to do that, yo. It hurts because you know what that does. Like, you don't want to do that. That's why I'm mad that niggas put that pen to paper toward me. Like, you know what that does. You trying to hurt me. You trying to hurt me, yo. Hey, don't do that. Don't try to hurt me. I love you. I don't want nobody I love actively trying to hurt me. I don't. Or at least not keep it a secret. Tell me so I can get you the far fuck away from me.
Stop being so passive aggressive about it, man. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, little light jazz.
Yeah, say
you
that
know what I'm saying? Like, come or don't come. You know what I mean? Like,
now you talking big boy. Stop. See, I don't like that. Like, stop that bullshit. Because now, like, you're not gonna get in. If you're not gonna turn up like the Royce we know, nigga, then stop playing with the little fucking.
I'm not.
Are you gonna turn up? Now you get me hyped. Stop. I don't want to act like this. Come on. See?
I'm not trying to get you hyped because I don't want you spewing any sexual innuendo. All right.
Why?
Yeah.
Listen, all I'm saying.
Take that back, bro. That wasn't nice.
Okay, I'll take it back. I'm sorry. So all that I'm saying is, if this is about being competitive, I can't. It's hard for me to imagine us, like split up like that. But if it just comes down to me trying to fucking twist Joe's arm and we just rapping, and it's bombs over Baghdad, that's what it's gonna be.
Bombs over Baghdad. Let's do the thing.
Yo, you made your mind up not to get back in the studio. Is your mind made up?
I'm in the studio every day, brother. What are you talking about?
No, I'm talking to Joe. Royce, listen, you my nigga. When you talk about QUEENZFLIP, nigga, I'm on you. I listen all the time. I'm talking to Joe. Joe, is your mind made up? Because you know you did this before. Well, you do these little tricks like you, and then you come out of nowhere like the Undertaker. So, like, is it retired for real or is it Undertaker status?
Well, the man telling us he was gonna bring.
Yo, it's such a moot point. Like, the question don't even matter. I'm retired today.
That's what I'm saying. Okay.
Tomorrow I can unretire. The day after tomorrow I can unretire. I write rhymes in the shower. Like, I'm not active because God is blessing me in different arenas. So
I got
rapping is time consuming.
That's rich nigga shit. That's rich nigga shit you talking. No, say it, nigga. Let's say nothing. That's rich nigga. That's rich nigga shit, nigga.
But when my goals align and when I'm closer to where I would like to be, like, for me, it's on my bucket list to be able to do an album stress-free, bill worry-free, like, just with your mind. Like, that's dope that Kanye, as a billionaire, feel like going in the studio for Donda 2 right after Donda 1. Like, that's dope to me. It's dope to me that Nas, as a fucking billionaire, is doing 3 albums in a year. Like, that's crazy to me. That's hard. It's dope to me that Styles, as a married nigga with juice, it's dope to me that the Locks at this age could go do that against Dipset. That type of shit is dope.
Black Thought wrote a whole play. He can't write a whole Broadway play, and I'm sitting here fucking writing disc records. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's gotta add up, man. I'm about to receive the most prestigious award in the mental health space in Michigan this month. You know what I'm saying? All of my moves, I would like for them to align with that. You know what I mean? I stand to gain nothing by bombs over Baghdad on Lupe Fiasco, bro. That does nothing. That does nothing for me, man. I don't want that for him.
Word.
I don't want that for none of my. I don't want that for none of my brothers. None of them.
Yo, Royce is absolutely right, yo. I perceive this album that's coming to be a diss album, and my first thought ain't even about them. It's about, damn, yo, why do I have to have this look on me that looks like I'm beefing with these 2 gentlemen on some rap shit, and I haven't rapped in 6 years? Like, to me, that's nastiness. I just don't want that. I don't want that on me. Like, my goals and where my mind is and what I'm trying to do and what I'm trying to fucking illuminate out here is totally different than some of the shit that be happening. And I get it. I've hurt people. I'm owning that. I've hurt people, and hurt people. I got it. But my goals ain't this. You know how much time I lost when Drake said some shit, and I went to go do 5 Drake diss tracks or have him
That
in
was
the
wild.
studio. I'm
That
just
was
writing
wild.
away at another man. Yo, dog, it's asinine. And I couldn't see it at the time. But Drake was saying in my DMs, yo, you wasting your time. You're barking at the moon. You rap great, but what are you doing? And I was just saying,
He was trying to get you to stop, because eventually,
yes, yeah,
it wouldn't have been at the moon no more. Eventually, it'd have been like, all right, now I got to do something.
Well, no, he knew. Yeah, no, he knew what time it was. But on the flip side,
slow down.
if he don't know what time it is,
let's just be nice. No, we don't know what time nothing is. Go ahead, continue. Just
No. I was just saying after a while,
that's my man.
it would have been so much.
That's my man. You know what time.
I know.
I'm saying
people
you
would
know
have.
what time.
I know.
You knew what time. That's my man.
I'm trolling.
That's my man. Yo, when you have somebody that's doing that to you that don't have nothing better to do, it's like, yo, dog, leave me alone. Stop. Get off.
Can I do a sidebar with you real quick, Joe? Let me just ask one question before, because I definitely want to get this.
Hey,
Now,
Flip,
I
yo,
want to
you
get.
good. Yo, you good at
I want
this,
to
yo.
get this in it.
I know I said that
I want to ask you
90
a question.
times. You good.
How impressed? Hold on, Royce, because I never, heard him really talk. Well, he did, but how impressed were you by Stack Bundles, Joe, at the time? Really?
I thought Stack was trash. When I met him,
I know,
that.
but
He's
after a while, I thought it changed.
But that's part of what's so great about him, right? A work ethic. That nigga was the most improved player. He got nice. The songs got nice. Everything got nice. Stack is my brother. Rest in peace. I miss him. Fucking shout out to fucking Bino, all them niggas, Squad Up.
So you initially thought he wasn't good, and then
he said the same thing about me.
No, I didn't think he was good.
That's just his first impression of everybody.
But I thought Royce, that was a trick question. I thought he changed. I thought that he changed his way of describe. Open his third eye.
No, the first thing I said to Clue was, well, why the fuck why you signing him? This nigga ain't the greatest, but Stack got good fast.
He did.
Good fast. And then we was about to start a group, Hustle and Flow. So you got to have the ability to be open-minded and be wrong. Be open to being wrong. Like Stack was whack when I met him, and he was one of the best by the time he passed. So that's my guy. Shout out to him. I love him. I miss him. I still see Stack when I look at Jim Jones.
Are they related? They related? Is he related to him?
No. But Cabo, Stack was part of
They're
Bird
not
Gang.
related, but Stack ended up signing.
Yeah, he was part of Bird Gang. Yes, at the time. Shout out to Bino too.
Yeah, he signed the Bird Gang when he died, and I thought it was so perfect because Jim and Stack.
At a time, Cabo was influenced by Stack because you saw it in his way of rapping. Jim changed, like shout out to Jim. He changed tremendously.
You could tell, like you could see it. Like if you knew Stack Bundles and you look at Jim Jones, like you could see it. Them niggas look like damn near brothers in the way they move, the way they talk.
Can I ask you a question? Do you think that, like, and I want to say this, like, is it hard to give people credit? Like speaking about Jim, Jim is, Royce, you doing your thing. Jim is doing his thing with the albums and stuff like that. Do people find it hard to give somebody, and he's staying afloat and he's staying current and he's putting out quality work? Why do people find it hard to give credit to people that's doing that, Royce?
It has everything to do with the individual, nothing to do with the person who deserves the credit. Like the more comfortable I became in my skin, I love giving people their props now.
Got it.
Maybe when I was a little bit younger, like there was an issue there just because I came in here thinking that we were competitive with one another. I came in here thinking that I'm competing with my contemporaries, not realizing that we're not in competition with each other at all. Actually, we would accomplish more if we were thinking to come together and make demands in solidarity for things. Like if we were of that way of thinking, I don't even think that the way that they pay out for streaming would be what it is, because at least we would have been in a position to negotiate that shit.
But I feel like credit is given, especially when people are putting out a great body of work. In my opinion, I feel like, you know, Jim Jones have been putting out great body of work.
He one of the most improved lyricists
One
of
of the
our
most.
generation, for sure.
And I don't understand what is being, why he's not. You know, I heard when Joe talked about it, and I respect it. I don't know why he's not getting the credit that he deserves. He improved himself, and he's putting out great quality music. I don't get it. I'm trying to learn more about getting into business, and I speak to Skane a lot, and I speak to different people of what the audience know, but I just don't. I don't. We can't acknowledge when somebody does something good.
I don't think that shit is important.
You don't think it's important?
No.
But people are easily influenced, right? Don't acknowledgement mean something to other people? Are
I mean, yeah, it's good. It's good to be acknowledged by your peers. But my theory on that is legacy is legacy. We all going down in history as what we are. Nobody can say anything that's gonna change that. You know what I mean? So, you know, like it could be barbershop talk, and that's a fun part of fanfare. But at the end of the day, Jim's accomplishments is just his accomplishments. Like he's sitting in a chair in the culture that he took. Nobody gave it to him. Nobody gave him that seat. Nobody's gonna come remove him. Nobody's gonna fire him. Nobody's gonna move the goalposts around once his legacy is said and done. It just is what it is. It's gonna fall where it was meant to fall. It's gonna land where it was meant to land.
I respect you, Royce. I ain't gonna lie, Royce. Yo, Royce, I'm gonna come and spend a month where you at, not like in the area. I mean, cause you inspiration. Like I love that.
I just had meltdowns.
Jim is my man. I love Jim. And I get mad when niggas don't give Capo his credit. I love Capo, but the niggas I get mad. And you just put it in a way where it made me feel good. Cause you know I come up here to go back and forth to prove, but you shut shit down. I don't know. Nigga, you like Bounty, nigga. The picker upper, nigga. You Bounty. You like that. You put it perfect. You know what I'm saying? The legacy, you put it perfect. Ignorant people like me, because I am ignorant. I'm a narcissist in a way. I speak with the way of becoming combative, with going back and forth. But you just shut me down.
We can't be validated, man. Nobody can validate us. You know what I mean? Especially not like blog sites and people's top 5 lists and shit like that. It's just people being entitled to their opinion, but you can't validate me. I'm what I am. I damn near was who I was before I got to this motherfucker. This is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not here to sell you anything. I just am what I am. This is not contrived in a boardroom. I'm just me. You know what I mean? So it just is what it is.
I appreciate you putting my name in the record. That made me feel good. You ain't hit me up. You ain't called me, but I felt, I was hyped.
Well, I wanted to blindside you. Because those are the situations where the blind side is actually a good thing. I wanted you to be caught off guard because we hadn't spoken a minute, so you'd be like, "Oh man, my man Royce."
I think that
and the line was fire. I just can't remember what I said. What I say again?
You said kings hug their queen.
Oh, they want to be they want to be embraced by other kings. That's why they queensflip.
Yeah.
By what?
Really, people learn a lot from you, man. And I definitely, however, whatever movement you got going on with the studio, as far as giving back and Kevin's studio and whatever you got going on, I definitely want to support and use Flip the Network, my platform, to be involved any way I can, because I think it's great. And I would love one day to sit down and come talk to you, man, because every time I see you, man, it inspires me in a way. Like Joe inspired me too. Watching him as a kid, I was a kid. He sat down with yoo-hoos and drank it in an Indian style in the studio. I remember seeing that. I remember watching it and me,
Swag.
Hot 16, Basco, Web, Nitty. I remember being at Miller Studio. I remember watching him, Skane. I remember this stuff. And I remember them telling him, "Yo, Joe, you gotta chill," and he not caring and stuff like that. This is why I'm surprised that his growth means something to me. So when I talk about it, it comes from somewhere. His growth means something to me because I watched him grow and it inspired me to be a better businessman as well. And I'm happy. And I was happy when the situation with Spotify to see a couple of $1 million deals on the table for my part. That meant a lot coming from Queens and being who I am. Or interviewing gangsters. You gangsters and street members. You know, for them to consider that and say, okay, that meant something to me. I get inspired constantly by my peers, and that's a friend of mine, and I watch, you know, coming up.
Authenticity.
Yo, Flip, you are
Two
so
people that I
great at
look
this,
up to.
yo. You are
And even though
great.
Star, he come at me, Star is one of them because I follow him as far as how I do my, as far as just how he is, how, you know, how he broke down barriers as Star. And Joe is one of the people. I look up to everybody in different ways. Even you, meeting you was like, when I watch you and see, like, at first I didn't know, I'm gonna be real, you know I didn't know. But when I went back and it was cursing me out, you don't fucking know. But I was talking to you that time and I went back, I'm like, this nigga was bugged the fuck out. And it, bro, was inspirational. You made me want to go around and meet Minister Farrakhan and learn more. Like you put that drive into me, and I respect that. Joe, same thing as far as business is concerned. I respect that. I appreciate these things. Watching, so you know, I'll leave it at that.
Thank
Joe,
you for those kind words, my brother. Appreciate that, man. And I love watching your growth,
man.
your growth as well too. Pause if that's applicable.
No, it's not. I appreciate that, Joe.
But
Joe,
I'm always supporting the platform, man. Always, always.
Obviously, you didn't support because you didn't watch the Daniel Lee Bellamy to see. But we get to that later.
Oh yeah, sometimes I miss some of them. You know what I mean? But
Joe, you got to watch the Skane interview. Skane interview is one of my favorites. We talked about a lot. I interviewed Skane. You got to watch it, and we talked about a lot. Yeah, it's out. Yeah, man. He talked about Jay-Z not wanting to sign Stack. Yeah.
You know, you remember Rob Walker? Pharrell's manager, Rob Walker? In 99, he had me rap for Clue. Clue pulled up in the Lexus. He pulled up in the Lexus and was like, get in. I got in the front. And he was like, yeah, spit something for him. I swear to God, on everything I love, the man did not look at me. He just was looking straight ahead. He was looking straight ahead out the windshield. So I'm like, all right. So I rapped. And then when I was done, he just stuck his hand out like. He stuck his hand out for me to shake his hand, but he didn't look at me. Not one time. And didn't say a word. I shook his hand and I just got out like that was awkward. Really, really, really awkward.
Shout out to one of the most stubbornest niggas I know of.
If not for Web and Nitty, I'd have never hit a Clue tape.
Yeah.
Shout out to Web and Nitty.
He probably didn't even mean to be like that. He probably just socially awkward.
And shout out to Clue.
Do you miss those days, Joe, at all? Like, do you think about those days, back in the days, the Web and Nitty era and Clue and all those? Do you think about those? Do you ever sit down and like just reminisce on it, or you rich nigga shit now, so you don't think about it?
No, you kidding me? No, I think about those days all the time because all the yesterdays.
Remember when Web first got what Web got? What's the Benz he got when they were talking about it on the radio? Huh? Remember all that shit? Yeah.
Oh, the white shit that I was taking to the hood.
He got a Benz and they announced it on the radio.
Envy. I mean, he's that hot. Yeah. They announced Web had the Benz. Yeah. They announced On Top Entertainment. I remember that shit. I was listening. I was like,
if Clue was really thinking, he need to be working on a fucking Desert Storm documentary.
He's too quiet. He's too Cool is too. Yeah, he is.
He's an introvert. I know. But a Desert Storm documentary where he just is getting into his bag. See, that's what I get mad at that as a New Yorker, right? Like, Drama was calling me with all the verses shit, and Drama was just talking disrespectful about Clue. I'm a New Yorker, so I don't want to hear that shit. But these is kids out here that's listening to hip hop, right? So if you just stay quiet and introverted, Drama will tell his story, and he will be the mixtape champion king that did all the mixtape shit in the universe. And Drama's my man. But that don't mean that Clue don't get a story. That don't mean that Doo-Wop don't get a story. That don't mean that Flex, like some of these niggas that was there early.
He is very
too important. And if you don't document it, then.
But do you think it's not documented? Do you think the people don't know how important? Really?
It's not documented. It's not documented. Smack DVD ain't documented. Smack is known for URL. It's not documented. Smack need to be known for what he was doing with the fucking DVDs in that era where you had to buy some shit. You had to go out and buy something. It wasn't as simple as just getting some shit on your phone or cutting on YouTube or TikTok and seeing what's going on. Now you had to get in the mix. Yeah, nah, Smack don't get credit. Clue don't get enough credit. It's some niggas back in the day that just don't get enough credit. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
I feel like
everybody should get their credit, yo. Yo, when the NBA honored their 75 best players, right? Because they added 25 new players. The niggas that got busy in 1940s, in the 40s, they was there. In the 50s, they was there. Like, the best of the best had to be there.
so people.
You just hate for hip hop to get to a place where we don't know. Even watching the Kanye doc, right? I'm watching the Kanye doc, all 3 parts. These kids they don't know. Like, they don't know. They don't know what it takes for his message to be that consistent for 20 years, for you to will some shit to existence. They don't know.
That nigga took a whole social construct of war and won.
But let me say this real quick.
Yeah.
So, do you think the new era just think that Clue was a radio DJ? You don't think they're aware of the Clue tapes and how much people Clue put in position and how impactful it was to just back in the days? You don't think they know that?
No. They don't.
Don't say nobody knows. I know, nigga.
You was there. I'm not talking about you. When I say nobody, I'm talking about the masses, right? When I watched the Kanye doc and Kanye walks in the studio to play Clue some beats, the first thing I say is, oh shit, I remember what a big deal it was for a street DJ to get a deal with the hottest rap label around. That was a big fucking thing, that fucking professional series with Maya, Best of Me, the whole signing Clue off some Queen shit. Like, that was a big deal. You don't see that in the Kanye doc. You just see Kanye walk in the Clue, hey, and Clue say, I need some beats. But why do you need some beats? Because you was that nigga for a while and you was the first one to go get a deal and try to, like, come on, man. That story needs to be told.
Do you think that he will ever tell it, or his introvertness will stop him?
He won't tell it till somebody force him to tell it. But see, my beef ain't just about Clue. Where's Duro? Like, that was a whole moment in hip hop where Duro was Young Guru. Now we only talk about Young Guru. We don't talk about Duro. But if you don't tell the kids what you did, like Star told me this, Royce said it earlier here, Mary said it in an interview a few weeks ago. Mary was like, yo, I had a hard time with being called the queen of R&B soul or whatever it was early in my career. But today, when the fans say it, I acknowledge it. I appreciate it. Like, I'll play into it. I understand what it means to them. It's important, even if I don't view myself that way. I put up a clip earlier with me and Nikki, with Nikki saying, yo, you a gatekeeper. I don't care about what you're saying about yourself. I don't care what you think about you. You are a gatekeeper, and you should view yourself that way. Yo, the time for humility.
No, we got to gatekeep. We got to gatekeep. The people that's walking all over our culture and fucking up and misappropriating it, they not being humble. And the only reason why they're able to do that is because we are afraid to gatekeep. We're afraid to embrace it as ours. You know what I mean? Like, we're so worried about how everybody else feel about us saying, yo, this is our culture and you're a guest. You know what I mean? Like, we got to just normalize that shit, man. Because if we don't set boundaries, people are going to just walk all over everything. And whatever happens negatively that affects our culture, it affects us and our community differently from anybody else.
Does it feel good hearing that from Nikki, knowing, Joe, that we knew her back in the days? I love the fact that she ain't changed. I mean, she was Nicki Minaj and Webb was bringing her around and we was in Miller's and stuff. Do you remember those days? Does it feel good to watch her and see how far she come? Because she hasn't changed. I love what I mean.
We fascinated with not changing, too. That's a little crazy to me, too.
What?
You feel like we real fascinated with like not changing?
What I mean haven't changed is like, you can see, I was in it's documented, me, her, Stack Bundles, we're in the studio together. I used to argue with her a lot. So if she see me and show me love, that's what I mean. She hasn't changed. She's still it's love. That's what I mean. Not
Mhm.
that she hasn't grown. Of course she changed, but I mean, like Joe see me. I seen Joe plenty of times, and he talked to me, and I'm like, you know, and he could embrace me because those times that was there a long time ago. That's what I mean. The embrace.
Yo, but you know what though, right? Like, yo, you're right. Nikki is that same Queens chick who now she's at the top and she's still a Queens chick. You're right about that, right? But Nicki Minaj is not viewed how she should be viewed in hip hop for what she's done and the longevity and how she's fucking taken the baton from Lil Kim and expanded it to women like Doja Cat and so forth and so on. Like, no, she's not viewed the way she should be viewed. Master P ain't viewed the way he should be viewed. Hey, it just came out, right? I think fucking Campbell's or somebody came out with like some new type of chips, a snack or something that looked like the rap snack shit that Master P was doing.
Mhm.
That's revisionist history. That keeps happening. We keep doing things, and then they see us doing something cool, and then they do it, and then they don't put no light on what we did, and then it's just forgotten about. No, Nicki Minaj is great. Master P is great.
Facts.
Fucking Baby from Cash Money is great. I just had that talking about. It's too many niggas that have exceeded great, right? The only one that white people want to acknowledge is LeBron.
They want to
But
acknowledge
it's
him
way
in a
more than
microwave.
LeBron. Yeah, they don't
But
even want to
leave
give
it
it
up
to
to
him.
our brother Royce. He'll say that acknowledgement doesn't mean anything.
I mean, this is a different context, you know, like what Joe is talking about is them controlling the narrative and downplaying
Yes.
somebody's greatness
Once you succeed,
in order
yes.
to lead the man that there's any kind of competition on any level. And we sitting around trying to humble ourselves. I don't think Nikki should ever humble herself. I don't think Baby should even think about humbling himself. I think that I will fall out with you about Baby. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody has accomplished in this business what Baby has accomplished. He's one of the only black men who his goal in life, one of his goals was to make black millionaires. He wanted to make Lil Wayne rich. You know what I mean? Like somebody could sign to Def Jam and become rich, and then, you know, they'll end up giving this guy the grace, giving that guy the grace. Listen, man, nobody makes black millionaires for black people. Only. Nobody else sets out to make black millionaires. If Jay-Z wasn't sitting in that seat at Def Jam, DMX never would have got let go of that $8 million debt that he never should have even been in. But that's why it's important for us to understand how important certain things are that we do, man. No other executive would have ever did that for X. Ever. Not in a million years. They would have acted like it's their fucking money. Hov freed him from the asylum like he's supposed to do, like a real one. And that's why we supposed to ascend to those levels and keep it real and not be complicit with the same shit that's keeping us out of those seats. You know what I mean? We got to run this shit.
And we do. And we do. And unless
Listen,
you think
you know, I appreciate you guys giving me what Joe and you, Royce. I love you. Royce, you my man, Royce. You my man.
Like,
I love you, my brother. You know, I'm definitely gonna come out and Joe. You know,
yeah, but there was no sauce. The mac and cheese coming out.
You welcome anytime, man. You welcome anytime, my brother. Anytime you welcome. Just give me like 1-2 days heads up.
I got you. And Joe, Joe acknowledging. Look at me when I talk, nigga. Joe acknowledging the fact that I'm good at this means a lot as well. Cause it's gonna help my bag even more. Cause Joe is saying,
"You great at this."
Nah, you good. Nah, you good. You got a talent, yo.
Are y'all just saying that because I'm up here? Or y'all feel
you
that way?
definitely got a talent. No, I feel that, dog. I wasn't talking about no Slaughterhouse, nothing today.
I mean, it's the
somehow
comfortability.
You got it out, man. You good. And then you got Hov shit out, Stack Bundle shit.
This nigga, he's the serial killer whisperer.
Skill.
You know, he can say
real.
fucking, you know, he can challenge serial killers, you know, like it's nothing. Hold on, I think you were wrong too, though. I'm thinking to myself, like, you're gonna die.
It's a tactic. It's a tactic that I use. It's a tactic that I learned. You acknowledged it one time, Royce, and I just learned how to stop talking because a lot of times in the beginning I was talking too much. Skane said this. You know, let me tell you, Skane talked about so much things with 50 and everything when they met up with him in Long. You know how much shit I had to edit out? Nitty and them called me Flip. Come on, like, and he said it. He said I didn't realize how comfortable you would have gotten me to talk like that. Word.
Nah, I
Oh,
need Skane on my
Joe,
podcast to talk
Joe,
some of that
cause
shit.
you
Can
gonna
you
get mad shit
imagine?
out of him, bro.
Can
That's
you
it.
imagine
It'll be
where
fire.
y'all would be, Queens? Where y'all would be if y'all had unity during those times? Jesus Christ, man! Y'all niggas would have been. Y'all would have been on the map in a whole different way, bro.
You know what's crazy?
Skane,
Like
you back?
Joe just said he needs
Skane?
Skane on his podcast, and you know, Joe didn't send the invitation.
Watch
You
this.
know, Royce. Joe didn't say Flip come on my podcast. He didn't extend the invitation. So one day, hopefully, one day I can go up there and make
Well,
it.
if you get Duro on
Flip.
there, tell him I need him to mix
All
some
right,
shit
let me
because I
tell.
know he's somewhere in a Porsche.
And we tried to Skane. I know what Doro's at. Skane told me what he's doing. I forgot. I'm gonna ask Skane, but yeah, he's around.
I want to know what Duro's doing too, man. I do. That's my guy. I love him. Flip. The people that I love have an open invite to the pod. Whenever y'all are available,
I
just come
love
sit
you.
down. Yo, it's the
Let me
homie.
pack myself up before you
The
change your
homie.
mind. Thank you guys for having me. I will be eating off of both of you by posting this myself. I am a culture vulture, and I will eat off of both of you. Salute.
You can't be a culture vulture. You black.
I think I just want to say that. All right, thank you. All right.
Nah, listen, get your shit off. My phone is at 5% battery life, and I'm going to the strip club tonight. I wasn't going to charge this. I don't know how I'm gonna do
Thank
it,
you.
but this was great. Like, this was great. Fuck battery life.
Hey,
This
yo,
is
Royce,
awesome.
I love you, man. I'm gonna call you. Joe, I'm gonna call
Love
you.
you too, my brother.
Yeah,
I
y'all.
love
Too,
you,
my
Flip,
brother. Y'all be
man.
good,
I
man.
love you.
I
Love
love
respect.
y'all. Make sure y'all subscribe,
You
like,
know it,
comment,
bro.
share. Yeah, Joe Budden in the building.